It's time for another update on Snowball the test shrimp. Now, in case you're not familiar with Snowball, she is our little test shrimp that is not a Neo. She is actually a crystal red cull that I put in here, living amongst the Neos, and particularly in a setup that is designed for Neos specifically. Now, her not being one of these shrimp, she is of the species that typically it's recommended you have an actively buffered substrate that's slightly acidic and a relatively soft water parameter setup. Well, not only has Snowball been doing great in this tank for about 2 months now, she is probably the biggest shrimp in this tank. She's not just surviving, but she is thriving. And now she's gone behind the heater. But doesn't distract from the fact that something very interesting is going on. You see, these are my orange Neochirodina davidi. They're pretty hardy, simple shrimp that, well, they're not that difficult to take care of. And this tank is not set up for crystal reds. I'll show you the tank that she came from. Currently has a lot of algae, but also a bunch of crystal red scrimperdoodleos, as I like to call them. And if you look back there, that's one of her counterparts that's about the same age as she is, and I consider him a cull because, well, it's not red and white, it's just white. Some people like that, but I figured, what the heck. I was curious, and we have been doing this experiment for a long time now. Well before we've just set them up in an established tank like that. So, what's interesting is, that little shrimp that I just showed you, the one right there, is about the same age as Snowball, but is considerably smaller than Snowball. Now, this tank's parameters are set up properly for crystal red shrimps. We got the actively buffered substrate, we've got the slightly acidic soft water, it's RO water mixed with Salty Shrimps products, the B Shrimp Mineral GH+. And that tank is specific for the type of species, there she is, that Snowball is. This tank is just well, not buffering substrate, it's inert substrate with RO water mixed with Shrimp Mineral GH, KH+. This tank's not designed for this shrimp. And yet, she's been doing fantastic, and she's grown considerably faster than her siblings. So let's get a good look at Snowball, just so y'all can see. She is as shrimpy as ever. She's from what I can see, enjoyed her accommodations quite nicely. She eats food with the Neos, just like as if she was a Neo. Doesn't have any problems getting along, and my goodness, she grows so much faster than the other shrimps in these conditions. So, what the heck is going on? We're always told that crystal reds need a very specific setup and that they're not going to survive in water quite like this. Well, it's only been about 2 months, so there's still a lot of time to collect data. I wouldn't call it quite yet. But it's certainly looking like, as long as your filter is fully cycled and you have adequate food and the temperature is set reasonably, it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit in here, doesn't seem like this crystal red shrimp is having any issues. It's not really crystal red. Some people would call this a pure white line, but she came from the same mother as all those other crystal reds. So, Snowball's doing good. I honestly don't see any reason why I would put Snowball back at this point. She's kind of just doing her thing. And, well, She seems happy. Hi, Snowball. Are you skadoodly? Do you like to pick at the ground? She's a very good little shrimp. So I'm quite happy for her. She's lost that kind of orange tinge. There was a point where her clear whiteness was turning a little bit orange, almost like as if she was kind of blending in with the sun-kissed orange Neos here. But she is just a show-off, aren't you? Right here at the front of the tank, yeah, you love attention. So, yeah, she's doing good.